All right, guys, and it's time for week 8, a basic overview and introduction to social media marketing. There's a lot that can be said about social media marketing, a hell of a lot, way more than we can fit in an intro video, but I want to give you an idea of the landscape that we're operating in and the landscape that all companies need to be in, whether they think themselves as a social media company or not. The reason I was looking around is looking for my cell phone. So, as you all know by now, about 90% of all of your internet traffic that you're going to get is going to come from social media. 90% of the first interactions between you and your client base are going to come from some form of social media, some form of internet. And so every business now has to have a very, very clear view of social media, their social media strategy, where their target audience is on social media. And man, it's such a powerful tool because, really people that are searching for you, people that are looking for people with authority, people that are being educated by you, they're all coming at you from this social media angle, from one of these platforms. Everybody's online. Every single person's online, and it allows you to engage with your customers in real time. Let me put some slides up for you guys that I've made here. All right, so as we know, social media platforms provide a massive audience, but the one thing a lot of us miss is it's the opportunity to create a community around our brands. That's why I'm so big on the Facebook groups and on the Skool platform, is to create a community where you can be the authority figure for that particular brand. Okay, so your target audience, your target market, your ideal customer, and again, if you've come through the lessons chronologically, you should have a decent understanding of what you're aiming at. They're going to be on a social media platform, but not all platforms are equal. And it really depends who you're looking for, who you're trying to get in touch with, and what kind of messaging you're trying to put in front of them, and of course where they are in the buy-in cycle. So before we get too detailed, quick look at the platforms. Obviously, Facebook. A lot of people are on there that are over 30. You're going to struggle to hit the 25-year-olds. You're going to struggle to hit the 30-year-olds so much on Facebook. Now, of course, it's got a wonderful ad platform with super detailed targeting. You can put your traffic in front of people that matter. But before you go about posting a bunch of stuff on Facebook, are the people you're trying to sell on Facebook, or are they on Instagram? Are they, interested in the visual content? Are they there for visual engagement? Are they there for videos and reels and stories and stuff? Are they on Twitter? Are they up to date with like real time stuff where they're concerned about world events and they're using Twitter maybe as a more free social platform? Is your audience on Twitter? A lot of people overlook LinkedIn. Where is your audience? If you're trying to sell to businesses, if you're trying to sell to big companies, they have people responsible for buying stuff, and a lot of them hang out on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a very long-term engagement level play, but it shouldn't be overlooked. If your main clients are companies, then you certainly want a presence on there. And then TikTok. Those are the ones I listed, but TikTok is definitely for the younger crowd. Are they impulse buyers? Are they going to buy? And generally, your TikTok products are going to be in that $50 to $150 kind of range. They're going to be the e-com kind of stuff. But each one of these platforms, every single one of them, could have a course for a week long teaching you how to do it. They use the same principles, but the practices are different. I mean, the principles we use to engage on social media or to grow on social media, is it one of 3 E's? Is it engaging? Is it entertaining? Or is it educational? And you have to remember, most people are looking at this stuff in their downtime. They're not trying to go look stuff up. They're actually trying to be engaged and be entertained. The looking stuff up and the educational should always be as much of a part of your content as you can. You want to be teaching in order to give the authority. However, if it's not entertaining and it's not engaging, and all the teaching in the world isn't going to help unless somebody's looking for information on that particular subject. Again, lots of little nuances here. I didn't even put YouTube on the list, but YouTube's massive for the organic growth stuff. It just, where's your clients at? Where's your audience at? What platform are you going to use? So when you go and set up your social medias, back to the branding lesson, let me change this slide over. Consistency is really, really key. Same name, same logo, same branding across all your platforms. If you can get the same username, that really helps. Mine is at smallbusinesssurgeon everywhere except on Twitter, where that's too long, and then it's at bizsurgeon. But you really want that brand consistency over all your platforms. And if you remember in that earlier video, I said don't post to 19 platforms at once. Don't try and post everywhere and anywhere. Go out and get your profiles set up. Go out and claim your links. Go out and claim your pages and your usernames. But pick one or two platforms that you're really going to focus on before you branch out. And as you're setting up these platforms, right, your profiles should describe what you do and have some sort of call to action in them for people to get a hold of you, or for people to go to a landing page or a website. A lot of people like to use link trees in their social media. I used one. I did not prep it for this. Hold on. I'll grab it real quick, and then you all can see. So I have my social profile set up to go to a site called Follow Sam. It goes to followsam.live. And then that is supposed to be mobile. It's set up for mobile, obviously. But all of your social profiles, wherever you're kind of putting stuff and wherever you're putting content, you want to link them to some sort of page like this, which is a link tree, and they can come through here. They can get everything about me, press kit. They can get the CRM. They can get the podcast. They can get it on Spotify, YouTube channel, my TikTok. All my stuff is on here, but the big call to action is this one, is go join the clinic there. See? And that's the plan there. So when you're setting these up, you don't have to have a Linktree page built yet, any of that stuff, but be aware in the back of your mind, your social media is an entry point to your business. And so people looking at stuff, don't think of things as a click, think of them as a user, think of it as a person. So if you get 15 clicks on your thing, well, 15 people have seen your profile. Did you give them something to click on? Did you give them somewhere to go? Did you give them a reason to click it? So you want to kind of remember that when you're setting all of this up. You need a social media strategy. You can't just shoot stuff off willy-nilly. Far too many people will post a video here, a video there, and then fall off and be like, well, this doesn't work. I'm like, well, you posted 3 videos over the course of 2 weeks. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? So understand what you want going into it. Are we trying to just generate brand awareness while we have other sales channels that are selling for us? Is this just a validation play that we're trying to do? Are we trying to build our brand on social media? Are we trying to filter people into a group? Are we trying to engage customers? Are we trying to find more? What are you doing on social media? Set up a goal to go do it, and then reverse engineer what the best way to get to that is. If you can understand your audience and understand what content is resonating with them, you can make content that fits, right? So when you do some research, I mean, don't get lost for hours down the rabbit hole, right? But if you're a home painter and you want to make compelling home painting content, or if you're a roofer and you want to make content about roofing that makes you look like the best roofer in town, what you should do is go and look up roofers that are doing amazing content. Go look up house painters that are doing amazing content. Go and look up people in your particular industry that are succeeding and go and say, right, what does their content look like? How are they engaging their customers? What kind of value are they giving? How can I make mine the same? And this all falls into knowing your audience and content planning, right? So by going and looking at what's working and going and taking trending audio and trending videos, you can very quickly dip into this river of demand that's already trending for that kind of content. So again, if you can make it educational, engaging, and entertaining, or at least one of those 3, right? And then I like to use, when I'm going hot and heavy, I've not done a whole lot of podcast stuff and public content over the last couple of months. I've been busy building this, but when we get back to it, we'll have a content schedule in Go High Level in the back of the CRM where I do post content personally from my phone because of the algorithms, but the bulk of the content that we're putting out, especially the TikTok and the YouTube and stuff, it's all preloaded, it's all preset, and then it just drips out. It drips out on time from the CRM. It's quite a bit easier than doing it manually. It's super important you engage with your audience. So social media is set up on an algorithm called EdgeRank, and I didn't really talk about it here, but real quick, what EdgeRank does is it shows you a piece of content to a percentage of your audience for a limited time, and it gauges the reaction based on, it gauges how to push the content, how many more people to show it to, based on the actions or inactions of the initial group. And so if nobody responds to it, or if one or two people click like, it's not going to go very far. And so it's very critical when somebody comments, jump on, like their comment back, and it pushes that post back to the top of the algorithm. It'll show it to a few more people. And there's no real way to game the algorithms. And sometimes, the content posting software, we don't get as much reach as we would like. So it's very important that if somebody does comment, you jump in there and comment back, or you've got a VA on the back end keeping up with the chats, because it shows engagement, and the platforms love engagement. The goal of social media platforms is, you're the product. So the goal of the product is to keep you on the platform. It's to keep you engaged. It's to keep serving you ads that you may click on whilst giving you content that's keeping you glued to the phone. It's a little dopamine addiction thing that's going on in there. And so when your content shows like people are interacting with it, it naturally gets pushed to the top, because they want the people on the app, they want the people using the app, and they don't want them clicking off anywhere. They just want them to stay in the app so they can serve them more content and serve them more ads. So any social media platform that you have operates on similar algorithms to that. Is the content being engaged with? Is it being shared? And again, there's classes on this that we could talk about for days, between the weights of the algorithms and all that stuff. It's not important at first. What's most important is you actually take action and start getting this stuff set up, start getting this stuff planned. Don't be afraid to make a plan and go execute it. And if it doesn't work, then you'll right back to, build, measure, learn. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? What did the marketplace tell us? What do we need to adjust? But the place most people fail in this is they never fucking start, right? They never once turn the camera on and go, hey guys, what's up? It's Alan, and I'm out here at Alan's roofing company, and here's how we put shingles on a roof better than anyone else. And obviously I'm a little naive of how roofing works, but if I was out there doing it every day and out there documenting it and uploading it to social media, I would build authority in the marketplace, and people would understand that I was the go-to guy for roofing. And then when anybody asks, hey, who do I get a roof from? Or Alan's roofing. He's fucking great. And that's how it works. All right. So social media, very important that you have it. Very important that you have a good plan. Very important that you stay consistent with the plan. And remember, it's not a short game. Social media is a power play. You fuel it by doing consistent stuff over and over and over for a duration of time. Generally, when we do this with clients, I set the expectation of about 6 months. Really, sometimes it's 9 months if they don't do it right. But this isn't something you should set up and expect an overnight win. This is something you set up like water dripping on a rock. You do a little bit at it every day, and then in a year's time, you turn around and you've got a brand with 5,000 followers, and you're just like, wow, this daily stuff worked, because all of those followers are going to be into you for the engaging, educational, and entertaining content that you're putting out. All right. That's going to do it for this overview. There's a lot to social media. Like I said, I could talk about it on different platforms, different strategies, different content ideas. But really, it all comes down to the market research that you're doing. It comes down to knowing your audience, knowing what platforms they're on, and knowing what things it is that you think are going to trigger them to where they're going to find it interesting enough to follow along with what you're doing. that is going to do it for the intro to social media. If you need any help, post questions in the forum. That's what it's there for. And if it's a really difficult question, save it for the live Q&A. We're doing them every week. Make sure you've got that on your calendar. All right. You be good. Go do the homework. Go do the exercise and the quiz. And I'll see you in the next video.